Today I'm here with Adam Larsen, who is a financial planner and also a wealth strategist, and he also does...
I do tax preparation as well.
Yeah, so one of the reasons that I'm here is because I always talk to people individually about making certain that they make strategic plans at the end of the year so that way they can capitalize on saving their money before going into the following year. So I thought, you know what? Adam has a wealth of knowledge and it would be really important for you to hear what he says. So Adam, share a little bit about how it is that you got involved with this and why it is you do this crazy stuff.
Well, originally I started doing tax work at the beginning, and then as the company grew, we saw a need for people to have investment decisions because a lot of options were being left out on the table that people weren't able to take advantage of.
Share what that means a little bit more, because that...
So, for example, in regards to taxes, there's certain options we can do to save on taxes, but we can also save for the future at the same time. So, for example, how are we maxing out your 401k at work? Mm-hmm. If you don't have a company-sponsored plan, we can set up IRAs for you. We can set up Roth IRAs. Mm-hmm. If you happen to be a self-employed person, we can set up SEP IRAs that allow you to save for the future and still take a tax benefit and reduce your overall taxes now.
So, on that method, one of the things that happened with me is that I did actually set up the self-employment retirement like you suggested, but because of the fact that I set it up in the year that my taxes were due, I actually wasn't able to get the benefit. Could you sort of explain why it's important to do it now?
That is correct. Certain plans that we set up have to be set up before certain deadlines. So to contribute to an IRA, you have up until the time you file your tax return, but it's best to have those accounts set up beforehand, because if you try and set that up at the time you're doing it, you might miss those deadlines. Mm-hmm. SEP IRAs, for example, or I should say, or simple plans, they have certain deadlines where they may have to be filed in October, and each plan that you may choose has certain deadlines where the plan has to be established beforehand before you can even make those contributions.
Right.
Though you can make them when you file your taxes, the plan itself must be set up before the end of that tax year, before that deadline approaches.
So as an example, in 2020, if I want to do something in 2020 for a tax, I have to have it done and created in 2020, but then I can fund it into 2021.
That is correct.
Cool.
A lot of financial plans allow you up until the time you file your tax return to be able to contribute to that plan.
That can save a lot of money.
That can add up really quickly.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And not only that, it's not only are you saving those tax dollars going quickly, you're saving for the future, and you're able to reap those benefits in the long run.
Yeah. So what are some things that make you different than somebody else that might be out there to either do taxes and or do financial planning?
One of our goals and kind of a mantra that we use at our office is maximizing wealth, mm-hmm. minimizing taxes. Mm-hmm. Because we want to marry those two worlds together. You can make a lot of money in investments, but if you're not wise, you can pay all that back in taxes. Mm-hmm. So we try and bring those two worlds together so that we can bring those taxes down as much as possible while growing wealth at the same time. So for example, we've mentioned 401k plans. Other options are out there that most people don't realize is perhaps it doesn't save you on tax now, but other benefits would be to, as accountants, we sit with people and we say, oh, they have a grandchild, they want to help protect for the future, save for college. College costs are growing at alarming rates. Mm-hmm. Well, options that we have available in regards to planning, because you can only contribute so much per year, mm-hmm. is put money into 529 plans, mm-hmm. college savings accounts. Mm-hmm. That money goes in, you can grow, and you don't pay any taxes with it as long as you're using that for college educations. But you can only put in X amount of dollars per year. So if you were to contribute that in 2021, you're set with a dollar amount. But if you start that in 2020, get your refunds on your 2020 run return, now you can contribute to both. So it's an added strategy, and you're still saving those tax dollars on those earnings later.
I love that. It's like, okay, so it's like you plan this year, you get your return, and then fund what you plan.
Fund what you plan the following year.
Oh, how that's wonderful. That's wonderful. What would 3 tips be that you might suggest people think about now?
Plan,
Okay, that doesn't count for all three.
Right. But that's the key one. A lot of people tend to want to wait until the last minute. When we come in and we look at accounting and taxes, human nature says we want to stick our head in the sand and pretend it doesn't exist. That doesn't work. Studies show we'll pay more in taxes if we wait. We'll reduce our earnings benefits potentials in the future simply by waiting. So having a plan. When you come in, it's always important that people sit down early to make these plans, to come in so we can meet those deadlines. It takes time to sit down and discuss what your goals are. You don't just necessarily take investment money and say, hey, Adam, just take care of it. Whatever you do, you got to do. Because every client has a special need. They have a focus and what's suitable to them. What I may think may be a right choice might not be right choice for them. So we have to sit down and discuss so that I can understand what your needs and goals are. And that takes time. It takes planning to do that. You don't throw that together at the last minute.
So, you know, a lot of people think that you as a financial planner and or possibly somebody that does taxes actually only works during January through, you know, April.
No. You know, sometimes I'll be straightforward honest. Sometimes that sounds like that would be very nice to do. I would love to vacation for 8 months out of the year, but that's not the reality. No. Deadlines are constantly coming, whether it be financial deadlines or your tax deadlines. They're constantly coming throughout the year. And we're focused on trying to meet those deadlines as we go along. So we're not looking at just a tax focus, we're looking at the investment focus. How are the markets doing? Recently we have had COVID. People are concerned. How's the market going to do with COVID? We looked at March. It was very, very traumatizing in the markets in March. And part of my job as a financial advisor is to kind of have a pulse a little bit on the market and to be a cheerleader when things are bad in, you know, in those March, April time periods, but be the fireman to put a little water on the fire, because if things are going really well, everyone wants to just go buy everything under the sun, and you say, well, let's slow down. You know, we got a good plan here. Let's not go crazy and throw off the plan. So we have to meet often so that we can make sure we're focused on the plan. One of the examples we use frequently meeting with clients is the perfect game of basketball. It's played with 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a center. Occasionally the coach will come down to the 2-minute warning and they're down a couple points. Well, he may take out the big guy, pull out the center, and throw in a guard so he can have an extra speed on the floor. Some guy who can shoot the ball a little bit better. But he won't play the whole game that way. And so myself as a fireman tries to say, well, maybe we can make some slight modifications, but we don't want to throw out the plan. And then we also mix that with the other reason we're working during the year is people's plans and their lives change.
Yes.
It may sound great to make a plan now. 6 months, 3 years from now, whatever that time period may be, your goals and plans change. Lifestyles, needs change.
So if someone wanted to reach out to you right now because they want to pre-plan for making certain they're doing everything they should in 2020 to prepare for 2021 and then future forward, how would they do that?
They can reach me. I have a website. It's associatedprofessionaladvisors.com.
Okay.
You can also reach me by phone. We have 2 offices, one in Lompoc in the Vandenberg Village and one here in Orchid. The phone number is 805-937-8787.
Say that one more time.
937-8787.
That's easy. Okay.
Yeah, 8787.
There we go.
So you can either one of those. My email address is adam@APA of Santa Maria. So Adam at APA for Associated Professional Advisors of SantaMaria.com.
Wonderful. And if nothing else, call me. I got him.
Yeah.
You know?
And again, we're always here to help. If we feel that you need to speak with legal counsel, we can push you in a direction so you can help get estate plans as well. Because you have to have a full team around you to be successful.
And that's exactly true. And that's one of the reasons why Adam is part of our Krista's Konnections. is he came to be somebody that one of my clients worked with, who suggested that I reach out to him, and I've learned an awful lot in what he's had to offer to me. So reach out to Adam, and if you need to, reach out to me and we'll put you in touch.
Thank you very much. And I'm always willing to help anybody out. If you have questions, please give me a call.
Appreciate you. Have a great day.
All right, thank you.
Bye.